3D objects are three dimensions in space: length, breadth, and height. In this type of questions, we deal with two types of objects. One is the pyramid, and this is what they look like. It has a base that is a rectangular base, and it is made up of four triangles on every side. So we have four triangles and one rectangular base. A box is made up of six faces or six surfaces. Now, it is important to remember what a box look like and where are the right angles. So, if we have a box like this, so what we have in every corner, we have a right angle triangle. First of all, let's take a single face. A single face has 490° because it's a rectangle. So we have a 90° over here, 90° over here, 90° over here, and 90° over here. That means when we have a rectangle like this, so this is the floor, and if you take a look around, this is 90°, this is 90°, this is 90°, and this is all it looks like. If we take a look at it from a different angle, it might look like a parallelogram, it might not look like a rectangle, but it's all about perception or perspective, how we look at it. So you have to remember, if it's a box, it has to be 90° on every particular corner of the rectangle. Another sources of 90° are the corners. For example, here, right over here, that's 90°. So because this is 90°, so this is also going to be 90°. This corner is going to be 90°. Every corner of the room is going to be 90°, and the vertical makes 90° with everything on the floor. So if we have this vertical over here, it makes 90° with the diagonal on the floor, it makes 90° with this side, it makes 90° with this side. That's how it works. Now, it is important to remember, in case of a pyramid, we have to pay attention to the height. So pyramid has a height over here, which is the diagonals meet at the midpoint, and that's where the height, and we call that type of pyramid a right pyramid. That means the height is, the base of the height is exactly at the center where the two diagonals intersect each other, and that diagonal makes 90° in every direction on the floor. Three things. First, angle between line and plane. We have this line over here, so this is a, you can think of this as the base of a pyramid, and we have a line, this line over here, which is ending at the vertex, at the tip of the pyramid. So when we have to find the angle between this line and the plane, which is the floor, the ground, then the angle is going to be the angle with half the diagonal. So the right angle triangle, 90° is going to be here. So this is going to be, the right angle triangle. This is going to be 90°, and this is the angle we are looking for. Another version of this would be, think of this as the box, and we have this line going from the floor to the other part of the box, and this is one side of the vertical in one corner of the box. So the angle is now going to be with that. It's going to be at the floor, and the 90° is going to be over here. So in case of pyramid, it's at the tip, and the height is making 90° with the floor, and here it's at the other end, and this is making 90° with the entire diagonal. So it looks like this. So we have, this is the entire diagonal, and this is the one of the side, this is this side, like this side, and the angle it makes is going to be here on the ground. Next, we have to find the angle between two planes. So angle between plane and plane. Now, first of all, take a look at this one over here. This is in a box. Suppose this is the ground, and this is another rectangle making with another rectangle. This is pretty simple. It can be any angle on the side because every angle is going to be the same. So we can find this angle, and this is going to be 90°. This is going to be 90°. And so when we want to find that particular angle, it doesn't really matter. It is just the same angle as at the side over here. Just this angle, just one angle. It's the same throughout. It's the same throughout. Everywhere is the same angle. So what we have to do, so if we have a situation like this is the angle. So this is the 90 degree and this is the angle that we are looking for. This is one of the faces of the pyramid and this is the ground. This is a rectangle. So what we can do over here, we have to use the height of the pyramid over here and we have to take through the middle of the triangle. It's usually an isosceles triangle. So you take the middle of the triangle and this is the right angle triangle you're looking for. If this is the ground and this is the triangular plane, so it's going to be this angle over here through the mid of the triangle and this. So this is going to be the angle we are looking for. So suppose we have to find the angle between line and the ground for a box. So let me remove all the sides. Let me remove this one. Let me remove this one. Let me remove this side. Then let me remove this side. Let me remove this side. We have removed everything. We just have the ground. And let me join. So from this point over here to this point. Now we have to find the angle between this line and the ground. So in that case, what we have to do is we have to find this particular angle. If I join this, so this is the one. This is what we have to find. So we have to find this angle over here. As you can see, in case of a pyramid, let me remove all the faces. So let me remove this face. Let me remove this face. Then this one. Then this one. Okay. Okay. Now suppose you have to find the angle between this side and the ground. So what we have to do, so from this point, so this is the height. So we have to find the angle of this. This is the angle we have to find. So it means in order to find the angle between this particular side and the ground of the pyramid, you have to find this angle. Now let's find the angle between a plane and another plane. So first of all, let's remove one by one all the surfaces. So this side goes away, this side goes away, this side goes away, this side goes away, and we have this side. Okay, now suppose the angle is between this plane and this. Okay, this is the idea. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, so what we have over here, we are finding the angle between this plane, this inclined plane over here, and the ground. So this angle, since it's a rectangle with another rectangle, the angle is going to be the same. We can either find this angle at the side, this triangle, or we can find the other angle at the other side, this angle. It's the same, it doesn't matter. So this is pretty simple. So we have to find this angle at this side. That's it. That's all we have to do. Now what about a pyramid? So we want to find the angle between a triangular plane of the pyramid and the ground. So let's remove the sides one by one. Let me remove this side, then this plane, then this plane. So okay, so we have this face, this triangular face, and the ground. We want to find the angle. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find the height of the pyramid, and we're going to find the angle between this, the median over here, absolutely middle of this face, of this triangular face. So okay, so this is the one. So this is the angle we're looking for. Let me show this in color.